Hello, my name is Paloma Mitri, and today I did my study on the effects of creatine on strength trained females, meaning females who worked out anaerobically. Okay, sorry about that. So, for background information, this study looked at two different exercises, which was the elbow flexion and a shoulder internal rotation. And the purpose of the study was to see if creatine changed variables such as velocity, isotonic work, weight, or body fat percentage. And here, since I'm doing a study on females and it's Halloween, I have a vampire saying my favorite ergogenic aid, which creatine monohydrate is. It just means that it's a supplementation that helps for energy production when working out. So in the experiment, it was done within 7 days, and they picked 24 college age females who met the inclusion criteria, meaning that these females had to have prior knowledge to working out or were athletes. And they also could not be vegetarian. I'm not sure why, it was just a part of the criteria. So out of the 24, the 13 took the placebo and 11 took the other group, which was the 25 grams a day of the creatine monohydrate. You can also see that in the table. And again, they were testing the elbow flexion with bicep curls and a shoulder internal rotation with throws. And 5 sessions were done. The first 3 were just to get the habit down of the actual working out. And the last 2 were where they collected all the data. So in the results, we can see, I'll try to explain this as best as I can, 2 different tables. Table 2 has different variables than table 3. All the variables in table 2 are things like body fat, initial weight, height, age, and there was no significant difference. So the p-value was greater than 0.5. Whereas table 3, we have things like elbow flexion concentric, elbow flexion eccentric, elbow flexion 1 rep max. These values were significantly different with the creatine monohydrate group versus the placebos pre and post working out. So the discussion here is that creatine monohydrate did not influence factors such as peak elbow flexion. So you were not able to advance your elbow flexion. That range of motion stayed the same. And velocity did not change. So you were not able to throw at a faster rate than you did before creatine. Velocity does not change with creatine, but it did show a gain in isotonic work to fatigue and elbow flexion. So the next bullet point will explain that better, meaning that it helped increase overall reps done. So for dumbbell work of a bicep curl, more reps were done within that weight after taking the creatine. And it showed no significance when you're talking about a 1 rep max. So if your max is repping a 50-pound dumbbell once, it did not show any significance with the creatine that you were taking. So takeaways, creatine is great for increasing that heavy rep dumbbell work, just like I mentioned. So let's say before creatine, you were able to do 10 reps of a 20-pound dumbbell. After, you could possibly do 5 more reps. Also, 1 rep max does not have any significance with creatine. So don't expect your bench PR to increase significantly after taking creatine. And of course, don't expect to become CBum just from creatine alone. CBum took, diet in consideration, consistency, a plan, maybe some other drugs. I don't know. So just don't expect creatine to create these, changes. And here's my citation. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.